Hi there guys, this is Nikhil from Greedy Tech, and in this video I am going to share with you some tips and tricks you can use on your Euphoria phone. So guys, I made two parts of this video, so I'll leave a link to the other video in the description area below this video, so do check that out. The next thing is display and lights. Over here, one important thing is the adaptive brightness, which is auto brightness. Usually in earlier versions of Android, we had that option in the notification toggles, but now from Lollipop we don't have that toggle. So if you want to enable or disable the auto brightness, you need to come to this place and enable it or disable it. Some important features over here are double tap to wake and double tap to sleep. When I double tap on the screen, the device wakes up. That's because this particular option. If I disable it, the device won't wake up. So if your phone turns on in your pocket for some reason, you might want to consider disabling this option. Additionally, you have an option to double click to sleep. You can simply double tap on the status bar to put the device to sleep. If you don't want that option, disable it from here. So these are the important options in the display and lighting settings. Next, let's go to themes. So this is the themes catalog or category from which you can apply the entire theme or part of the theme. This is the default theme that the device comes with, and currently I have installed this theme and applied it. So if I want to go back to the default stock CyanogenMod theme, I need to simply select this and press the tick button over here to apply the entire theme. Let me just show you. As you can see, the icon styles have been changed, the entire notification area will be changed, even the settings panel will be changed. If I want to change the theme of any particular component of the OS, for example the settings page or the notification area, then I need to go to themes and click on this brush button that says app themer. And now I need to go to the place where I want to apply the theme. In my case, the settings page. Simply click on this icon and I'll get different theme options. Let me select the second option. And now the theme for the settings page is changed. And if we go to the notification area, the notification area has a different theme. So once you're done with your editing, you can simply press and hold on this brush and simply go down to close it. So once again, let's go to the settings. Now let's go to Notification Manager. From here you can choose to hide sensitive or personal information in the notifications in the lock screen. So just select this option and you can choose show all notification content or don't show notification at all. And you can also choose to disable notification permission for any application from this page. Let's go back. Let's go to lock screen. You have very few lock screen options over here. You can either choose to have a lock screen for swipe, or you can set password or pattern or a pin. Apart from that, I've already told you that on the lock screen you have two shortcuts. This is the dialer and this is the camera. So if you want to change those shortcuts, this is the place where you need to come. Simply select lock screen shortcuts and select the shortcut. And now you can choose different application or set it to none or set it to default. Coming to the battery, from here you can know which application is using how much of your battery. You can change the battery mode from here. Select the first option and you can put it to power saver or balanced or performance mode. Now if you go to the security, you can enable this option that says unknown sources to directly install applications using an APK file. So just like in Windows PC you have setup files to install applications, even on Android devices you have something called as APKs. When you download an application from the Google Play Store, you are simply downloading the APK file, and once it is downloaded, the software will automatically open it and install it. But if you have an APK for yourself, then you can enable this option and install from the APK. Let's go back. In the user section, if you are not the only person using this device or this phone, then you can create multiple users and each user will have their own set of apps and permissions. As this device is running low on RAM and internal storage, I would suggest you to stick with only one user. And if you are handing your phone to any other person, then I suggest you to enable the guest mode and give it to them, just so that they won't have access to your any private information. Let's go back. Next thing, we have something called as system profiles. from here you can choose different automations, such as you can have a profile for office, a profile for home, a profile for outdoor. And in these profiles you can set up different things like enabling Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS. So these profiles are usually triggered depending upon the Wi-Fi network you're on. So personally I don't like this feature, so I'm going to disable it. Instead of this, I would suggest you to use Lemma, which is a much better alternative to this. Now let's go to the status bar settings. So over here you have options such as where to display the clock, to the right or left or the center, or to completely hide the clock from the status bar, to show or not show AM PM style. Next we can choose the different battery status style. Let me just change it to icon landscape. Now you can see that the battery icon has changed. Next, if we go to battery percentage, we can either hide it or put it inside the icon or put it next to the icon. Let me put it next to the icon. Next we have something called as brightness control. Once this option is enabled, we can change the brightness of the screen by swiping on the status bar. Let me just show you that. So it is completely dim and this is completely high. Let me put it in between. Now the final option is to show the notification count. So if we are getting multiple notifications from the same application, it will simply show you the count of the notification on the status bar. So let's go back. So you have something called as quick pull down feature. Let me just show you that. If I simply swipe down the status bar, I'll get the notifications. But if I want to get to the notification drawer or the notification toggles, but if I want to go to the toggles, I have to swipe down once again. Instead of that, there is a quick option that is quick pull down. If I pull it down from the right edge of the screen, that is from here, I'll directly get the toggles. You can change the position of those toggles from this option. You can completely turn it off or make the right edge as the quick pull down or the left edge. You can also choose to show the weather in the notification drawer. Let me just show you. So as you can see, the device is showing the temperature as 91 Fahrenheit in Hyderabad. Going on, as I've said, we can even change or add or remove the toggles. For that we need to select this option. So these are the toggles that are currently enabled. To add a new toggle, simply press this add button and select the toggle. And if you want to remove any toggle, simply press on the toggle and you can see this delete option. Simply go over there to remove it. The next option is enlarge first row. If you look at the toggles, you can see that the first row has only 2 toggles. If you like this style, enable that option, and if you don't like it, simply disable it, and now the first row will have 3 toggles. It will just make you more room for the rest of the toggles. Next is the option to show the brightness slider. So let me just show you the slider. This is the brightness slider. So if you want to remove that, simply disable it like this. Let's go back. And this is the apps section or apps category. The download section consists all the apps that you have downloaded from the Google Play Store or directly installed using an APK file. In this section, it will show you the apps that are currently moved to the SD card. As you can see, none of the apps in my phone are moved to the SD card. Now, if I want to move any app to the SD card, all I need to do is simply select the app and I'll have an option over here that says move to SD card. Simply click on it to move the app to the SD card. As you can see, now it is moved to the SD card, and if I want to move it back to the phone, I need to simply click this button. There is one important thing: make sure that you leave most of the small apps on the internal storage so that they will be faster to access. And if you have any big games, I suggest you to move them to the SD card so that you can install more games. So these are the list of apps that are currently running on our device. So we can even see the amount of free RAM currently available on this device. It is around 500 MB. So this list consists the list of all the applications, which includes the user apps and the system apps currently installed on this device. And you can also choose to disable few system apps, and those apps which are disabled will be listed here. Let me just show you how to disable an app. So this is the default Android keyboard, and if you want to disable it, you need to click this button that says disable and OK. And now it is disabled. If you want to enable it, you can find this app in the disabled section. You can simply select the icon or the application and select enable, and now the application will be enabled. When you disable an application, it will be on your phone, but it will be not running. so it won't occupy your RAM. So let's go back. So another important feature is in the privacy section, which is a privacy guard. You can choose to enable or disable applications from accessing few important permissions. So let's assume that there is this application called Amazon Shopping. If I want to disable a few permissions, I need to press and hold. And if I want to disable the location permission, simply select that and select ignore. Then this particular app, that is Amazon Shopping, won't have access to my location. So in this way you can enable privacy guard. From the privacy section, you can even block calls or messages by selecting this option. And you need to add their contact number to block the caller. So that's pretty much it, guys. These are the things that you can do with your new Euphoria phone, which is running on CyanogenMod 12. So most of the options are available on other phones running CyanogenMod, but specifically for this device, I think the double tap to wake is the one feature that you might not see in other devices. So most of the things that I've shown you will work on other CyanogenMod phones, even Eureka phone, which is running on CyanogenMod 12. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Do check out the other video. I'll leave a link to that video in the description area. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you don't, just leave a comment below this video and subscribe to my channel to see more videos just like this.